Hi, I'm Ikea and I'm here to give you only the tip. Today on SHD Exposed. And as with all global events, we first have to turn it on. We do so by going into the season menu, going into events, timeline. Once we are in there, selecting the current global event, which is in this case, of course, SHD Exposed. If we open that up, we have this toggle to activate or deactivate it. Once we activate it, it will turn off any global modifier if we have that turned on, as you can only have the global modifier or the global event turned on at one time. Once we do so, we can start earning its challenges, and also for every level up, we earn stars. Those can unlock the reward track, but also get us stars to spend in the global event store. And with the global event turned on, we see a new debuff here, which is the debuff of SHD Exposed on our debuff bar. And as that fills up, as it has a bar underneath it, you will start taking more and more incoming damage. But then we can also transfer it to the enemy. The bar is very much dependent on how much you're running around and such, as if you are moving around instead of just sitting still in cover, you will build up charge much faster. And the two main ways of transferring the charge is to either melee an enemy. When you have any charge at all, it will transfer whatever you have at the time. Or once you're at a full charge, you can actually do a cover to cover. Once you reach the end of that cover to cover, you will actually do a pulse effect of it. It will transfer the charge to all nearby enemies. Also, whenever any enemy that has a charge dies, they will actually do that same pulse effect and hit everybody around them with that charge. Another important thing to know is that the damage increase to the enemy once they have the debuff on them is actually dependent on their veterancy. So reds and purples take quite a bit more damage, elites still a little bit more, but names actually don't take that much more damage. This also being a debuff upon the enemy means that things like Eclipse that normally wouldn't be affected much by global events actually are heavily affected here. And as some build recommendations, we'll start here with Striker just as a stand-in for a lot of good damage doing builds. This could be Umbra, this could be Hunter's Fury, but anything that can still do really good damage, because especially on the names, you aren't doing that much more damage. So you still want to have something that can kill. One thing that can kill really well as well is the Pestilence. The debuff of the Pestilence is affected by the debuff SHD Exposed and makes for really big tick numbers, which can be really fun to do. And then as well, Eclipse I find really good for this global event. It is also affected by that debuff. And in group settings, this can be the go-to for the person doing the cover to covers. And for a few more tips and a few more build recommendations, you can go to the already existing SHD Exposed only tips that I already had, which goes in a little bit deeper. Because remember, this was only the tip.